Blessings and love, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome to Ascensions Love with Alice. It's so gorgeous to be here with you. We are just going to do a kind of a week at a glance, hey? It's a very powerful week. It is probably one of the most powerful weeks we are going to have, just ever. It is big, right? And the reason being is because there is so much happening, right? There is this build up that's been happening for a couple of years. All with Merlin and the higher angelics and everything like that. You know, you'll hear other people speak about this. A random bit of fluff just floating through the screen. But you'll have heard other people speak about this. And this is kind of getting to a culmination point, a tipping point right now, right? And, you know, yesterday for anyone in the Northern Hemisphere, by the Gregorian, calendar, was Lughnasadh, right? So that beautiful, bountiful harvest, Lu's festival, Lu, the sun god, right? The gorgeous, shining one, right, of the Tuhadidanan, right? So for anyone that is in the Northern Hemisphere, happy Lughnasadh. I hope you had the most bountiful, beautiful harvest for whatever seeds you've been sowing this past, 6 months. And for anyone in the Southern Hemisphere, happy Imbolc, because, yeah, it's all switched over, hey? So that in itself, you know, the snow is beginning to melt and, you know, the seeds are getting ready, the ground is getting ready to plant the seeds in. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a gorgeous, gorgeous time. But yes, this week there are so many light codes coming in. We've got Lionsgate peaking on the 8th, right? It's kind of culminating and getting to the point where, it's always known for the 8th of the 8th, right? Because that's traditionally when it's the most powerful, right? You know, most in alignment, and it's essentially when our Earth in the sign of Leo is in alignment with our spiritual sun, right? Which is Sirius. So it's the sun beyond the sun. And what that does is it catapults people into their ascension path. It catapults people into their soul mission. And, you know, it can be a very contrasting time for many people, especially if there is a big misalignment going on in your life and your soul wants you to kind of go, no, we got to shift this around a little bit, right? So there's a lot that can come through with that. And, you do still have the energy of whether it is Imbolc or Lughnasadh for you, or Lammas. Some people call it Lammas as well. You still have that energy running through this whole week. I'm filming this on the 2nd. But, by the actual sun, because the Gregorian calendar, right, we kind of put everything like with months that start with the 1st, and that kind of help people kind of keep on track. But really we used to do by the sun and the moon. So by the sun, Lughnasadh is, I think, on the 5th this year. So you'll feel that energy all the way through, right? You'll feel that abundance energy is all here ready and waiting for you. But yeah, we have the 8th of the 8th happening, right? And on that wonderfully auspicious day anyway is also a new moon in Leo, and that Leo is very, they can be very courageous and very bold and very kind of out there when they're balanced, it's in a very kind of charismatic way, right? Very playful. But there is a lot of abundance that comes with that Leo energy. So I'm going to start by playing some Archangel cards. I want to see who's supporting us through this week. I've already got cards falling off onto the floor here, so hold on one sec. I have to pick that card up. Okay, Archangel Hope. Can you see her? Archangel Hope, look at this. We are literally going through this golden gateway right now, Look for a cosmic gift and remember you deserve it. The thing is that all this abundance is here waiting for us, ready for us to go, yes, I'm ready. It's all there, it's all waiting. And we forget that we have to say, oh, actually, yes, please, I receive it, So don't forget to do that. So we've got Archangel Hope looking after us this week as well. She's the feminine counterpart of Archangel Gabriel. So I find it really funny because Archangel's been coming through very, very strongly all week. So I love that Archangel Hope is here as well. We also have Archangel Paulinek, which is all about the nature kingdom, right? So getting outside, and once again, look, it's all about that seed, right? That seeding, serving the nature kingdom and then letting the nature kingdom serve you as well. So all this is themed around abundance, right? What have we planted? What have we been working on all year? Because now is the time that we actually really get to collect that first harvest, And let's see who else is here as well for the week. Archangel Rokia. So this is about being a higher service, right? Being a blazing light. And there are so many people out there that are doing whatever it is that they feel that they need to be doing, and you are absolutely on track. You are absolutely on track. Some people, it is their mission to be on the front line, to be helping people in a practical, tangible, physical way. Some people, they're holding the space energetically. Some people, they're protesting. Some people, different people are feeling into different things and what they need to do, and just follow your heart, because you when you do that, that's exactly how you walk your soul mission. That's exactly how you find out what that is, right? So many people ask me, how do I know what my soul mission is? I don't feel like I'm aligned with it. And I'm like, you need to be following your heart. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, you need to follow that. And the more you do that, the more trust you build with yourself and with your guides, the more that they will unveil to you what your soul mission is, right? And but if you're not going to have the courage to follow what your heart says, and if you're not going to have the courage to follow what your guides are saying, you're not going to be walking that higher path, right? And your soul, your higher self, then kind of goes, she isn't listening, or he isn't listening, so what we're going to do is we're just going to make it even more kind of, so that's always super interesting. But I'm going to pull some dragon cards here, because the dragon energy is very strong right now, and we're just going to have a little look at what challenges we may face this week. So let's have a little look at how they're going to be able to help us. So we've got the silver lunar dragon. That's that divine feminine energy, right? That moon energy. So the moon is very powerful influence this week, right? Really powerful influence this week. We've got the white gold dragon from Lyra. That's that Christ-light energy, right? And I've been seeing in my third eye, I've been seeing like this the sign of Lyra, like the that Christ-like kind of coming into my third eye. And it just beaming down, not only from the sun, but just in general from any time I've seen any light, I've been seeing it left, right and centre, and it's just the most beautiful thing. But we have the Lyran dragons here, helping us really receive that Christ-light energy, and develop our causal chakra. Once again, our causal chakra is our personal moon, right? That's what the causal is. It's known as our personal moon. It's that divine feminine energy, right? Where the Christed light, where the unicorn's coming from. And the silver lunar dragon wants us really to be in cooperation, right? That's what the silver lunar dragon is all about, is peace, harmony. Once again, causal chakra. We've got a lot of causal coming in, right? 2 cards all about the causal chakra. So that remembrance as well. And it's funny, as I say this, I'm just peering out the window and I see someone who who I know from a deep soul connection. I've not seen for ages, and they just literally walk past as I start talking about the causal chakra. Because it's kind of about remembering who you are as well, right? Bringing that Christ-light energy in, but also remembering who you are. And we also have Thor's dragon, right? Thor's dragon is just all about protection, transmutation. It's this powerful, fiery, electric energy where rapid change is occurring, right? So this is going to be a week of rapid change. Literally, the start of the week is going to look so different to the end of the week. It's going to be... Buckle your seatbelts doesn't even feel appropriate for how for describing what's going to be kind of occurring this week. So call upon the dragons, call upon the angels and your guides. Make sure you're getting grounded, make sure you're going outside, really connect with nature, like Polemiak is saying, make sure you are holding hope and light, right? The beauty about receiving more light is that it does illuminate the shadows, right? Which can be a little bit wobbly, but it's that's how we embrace the shadows. That's how we integrate them, right? We've got the principle of polarity, right? The hermetic principle of polarity, and the idea is not to be swinging from one to another, right? Because when you have something that's all the way over here, you've got the equal and opposite over there. It's the same energy, right? We want to be able to integrate it and bring it into center. And look at this, on the bottom of the deck of the dragons, we've got the earth and air dragon, right? Which is all about bringing above and below, being that bridge, right? Between heaven and earth, and staying balanced, right? And this is where we manifest from. And this is a massive time of manifestation. It really, really is. And the more that you are listening to your heart, right? And this could be this is a major time for people to move house, right? To feel like they want to move to a different place, but specifically as well to change vocation. If you're not doing what you're meant to be doing, you're going to either experience a lot of contrast or a lot of pull to leave whatever it is, right? And trust it. Oh my gosh, guys, trust it, right? Get creative as well. There's a lot of that fire energy, and allow that energy to be creative and to express itself, and paint, draw, go on vision quests, right? And now is the time to do that. Let's have a little look at what the unicorns want to say, and we'll actually ask about Lionsgate, we'll ask about the new moon, you know, as we're doing that. So let's see. Okay, so we've got the cosmic pearl coming in here. So the unicorns are bringing in this cosmic pearl, which is all about connecting with the heavenly realms, right? You know, and expanding those psychic gifts. So this is going to be a massive week of psychic expansion, right? For sure. But let's just check into Lughnasadh or Imbolc, wherever you are in the world. Let's see what this turn of the wheel is going to bring for us first. We'll see what the unicorns want to say about that. Oh, once again, look at that. Cosmic pearl. If you've been asking for, you know, if you've been one of the people that have been asking for something more, something bigger, something better, something more blissful, more joyful, more abundant, you know it exists somewhere, you've had glimpses of that happiness, but you want to have it more consistently, you know, call upon your unicorn, because that energy is very present right now. And, you know, it's kind of like, it's funny because it's, you know, when pearls are created, it's because, you know, the dirt has kind of gone into, you know, is it the oyster, the clam? The dirt has gone in there, right? And it's kind of like irritated over time. It's like, what's been that thorn in your side, right? You know, that contrast, that kind of, you know, it really is time to birth that pearl. I love the analogy they're giving me there. It really is time to go within and see that the contrast that you've been receiving, that you've been experiencing, it's time to really clear that. It's time to just get the treasure from it, to get the reward from it, that harvest once again. So, you know, there is that violet flame energy coming in. Call it in, work with violet flame, call it in every single day, call it in numerous times every day, because there is so much energy wanting to transmute within and around you right now. If you want to be making sure that you are on your highest timeline, your best path, make sure you are doing that, right? Make sure you're doing that. Get up to catch the sunrise. This morning I'm in Glastonbury, I'm in Avalon, and you know, and I was up and out with the sunrise, because I want to receive the codes that the sun wants to offer us, right? You know, see the moon as she goes down for the day, and see the sun as he rises, right? And when you do that, you know, you are receiving that Christed light. You are receiving life force energy, right? You are clearing anything that shouldn't be there. You know, we forget how important it is to actually connect with the solar and lunar energies, you know. But there's a lot of that energy about right now. So this is a week of transmutation, right? Make sure that you bring in that violet flame. Make sure. Tell us about the Leo new moon. Tell us about Lionsgate. I'm going to ask them for that. The freedom of truth. I think I found that funnier than I maybe should have done. Just because I can see what's coming this week, that's all. The more honest you are about who you are, the more you're connecting with your heart, the more you are connecting with your feelings, your authentic truth, the more you are acting in alignment, speaking in alignment with that, the more that's going to reflect in the outer world as well. You know, this Lionsgate way is going to really bring that truth, right? There is going to be this massive element of truth, and it just won't be able to be hidden anymore, right? Yes, in your personal lives, if there is something that you've not realized about yourself, but more specifically in the outer world, there's just gonna be this truth that's just gonna prevail and just gonna, you know. And look at that, enlightenment right underneath that card, you know. So with that truth comes enlightenment, right? It's like this new moon feels very much like it is. Lionheart is what I keep hearing. You're gonna just receive it. You know, it's like your heart is gonna have this courage, this bravery, and this the audacity to go for what it is that you know you want and you know that you deserve, right? You know, and you're being reminded though to see things from the higher perspective, right? Don't let yourself get dragged into the lower astral realms. Don't let yourself get dragged into the rabbit holes or the wormholes of lower vibrations, right? Don't let yourself get stuck in that. You know, see it from the higher perspective. See that everyone is playing a role here, a role to help the earth ascend, to help yourself ascend. Know that there is a role being played by every single person, regardless as to what that looks like. It's not for us to judge that. It's for us to witness it, experience it, and take the lessons from it, right? See it from the bigger perspective. That is going to be so important for this new moon. Yeah, because really this is about your soul contract now. everyone is moving into their soul contract. This weekend is going to bring that. This Lions Gateway and the new moon is going to bring that soul contract. You know, if you are aligned with it already, fantastic. You'll get even more astute in your psychic abilities and your special, unique, beautiful gifts, right? If you are not yet aligned with your soul mission, or if you're not yet on the path that will take you to your soul contract, you're going to get that push from this new moon, from that lunar cycle, or from this Lions Gateway. It's time that the ego is surrendered, and that's the last message that the unicorns want to bring here, is that, you know, this week is going to be a massive ego death for many, many, many people, and that can be really challenging for so many, right? Because we have to, you know, it is like that birth, death, and then rebirth, right? Before we get to the rebirth, we have to go through that dark night. This week is going to bring a dark night for many people, but it will be successful in what it's there to achieve, which is providing the contrast which we ask for as humans, to then find the clarity, to surrender the ego, and then to find the light through it. So it's going to be a really full-on week, you guys. Make sure you're staying grounded. Make sure you are resting when you need to, drinking so much water. Seriously, with all the fire energy, make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Use some of the energy as well. Be creative. You know, if you can't sleep, then get creative instead, you know. But yeah, if you you know, feel very welcome to have a little look on my website that you know, that's up and running now, aliceheath.com, because we have a couple of services that will be very helpful for most people this week, such as the remote tune-up, the Ascension Symptom Tune-up. It's a healing service. It's a very powerful healing that will rebalance and help you integrate, and it's with the blessings of the Arcturians and the Pleiadians and the Archangels who channel through me as I do that healing. So if that calls to you, if you're feeling a little bit out of sorts and you could do with an extra boost, that would be so beneficial for you. And if you are just wanting to get some clarity on where to go after this new moon, I'm booked up this week, but I'm taking sessions next week, and then I will see you all. Look at that, my door just opened on its own. Can you see that in the camera? No. Was it? No, the door's open. The door just literally opened on its own. So doors are opening, my friends. Doors are opening. Make sure you walk through them, right? So have a beautiful Lions Gateway, right? Gateway, door opening. And this is what happens when you're in Glastonbury. The most funny, you know, the spirits of the land get very very active and very vocal, especially because I'm the house that I'm in. So anyway, I love you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Lots of love and bye.